Hello and welcome to the Sweaty the Farmer and the news, where we have the best news opinions of all the internet, or at least we think so, man. We are smart people here. Bring it everything. This is our weekly show. This is our weekly show where we discuss some of the most important news in the gaming world. I am the non-name gamer as the Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the Farmer. Thanks for coming together this week to talk about some relevant news.
Relevant news from the best people in the internet. Okay. In the docket we have Tennocon. It's coming to July as a digital event. Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan has left Blizzard. And finally, Elder Scrolls Online loot box items will soon be earnable with in-game currency. So super friendly. Yeah. But now that we have you here, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, leave us a like or a comment if you like it or not. Do anything social that your platform lets you. So stars, likes, I don't know what Spotify has. It's like a follow and a rate. Yeah, rate, that's the thing.
Yeah, you can follow. I think Apple has also, it's like a follow, like.
And stars too. It's like one that have like some stars to put on it. So give us like whatever stars you deem us worthy of. This is the best way that you can give us support for the show. So, my friend, Tennocon. Again, it's coming in July, digital event. I'm gonna cover this like we did on BlizzCon. How big was the show last year? I remember that we kind of covered it last year, didn't we? We did
maybe. Yes, I think we did.
Yeah, we did a big episode about. We did an actual podcast episode about Tennocon.
We did a big episode about.
Yeah, so we'll probably do the same for this one coming in July.
I mean, we could also do. I don't know if you're willing to.
Like a live reaction.
Like a live react to at least to big Tennocon dev stream.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Which is when they announce big things, or they usually when they announce the new stuff.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it live. We can do a live recorder / or a live stream stuff. Yeah. Whatever we want to do, we'll see what we can do in that thing. But for sure, we want to cover. We will cover it. So what are you expecting for this Tennocon? What do you want from this Tennocon?
Oh, those are different questions. Those questions have different answers.
Yeah.
What do I expect?
Yes.
That's very hard to know. Okay. What I want.
Yeah, what do you want? All right.
I want Plains of Tuiri.
Oh, okay, yes.
Because that was a big announcement maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be the next big thing, right?
No, yeah, but it's also everyone have been waiting for grown-up Tennos for a while now, for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And that's the next big step in the story. So Plains of Tuiri, whatever that becomes, it's probably not gonna have the same name.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that's right.
But that open world, that was the hint at the time, but it probably won't become that now.
Who knows?
It'll probably become something different. But whatever that is that involves grown-up tennis, I'm hyped for that.
Yeah.
I would like to see. I like to see a lot of things, but they're not like newsworthy. Like, I don't know, like some what would I guess will they announce?
Yes.
Railjack for Infested, for example.
Oh yeah, the next Railjack for Infested. Yeah, the race that is missing. Yeah.
That's missing in game. That's probably something that will be very cool to announce with like an interesting event, for example. that infested are invading a sector, and you see how they're invading all the corpus and grenadier ships.
Yeah, that would be weird because technically the infested don't have like spaceships.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, so they just like go around, like throw themselves into space.
We'll definitely see like infested versions of grenadier ships and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be super interesting.
And it's interesting because the infested tile sets have like the infested tile sets that are like corpus infested ships.
Correct.
Are they all corpus?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
But that kind of thing will be very cool.
Yes. What else?
What else would I like to see? I don't know. They will announce new frames, new deluxe skins. That's
probably all the usual goodies. Deluxe skin, teases about the next frames, teases about like new weapons and that sort of stuff. That's coming in the package with the Tennocon thing. But the big things.
For example, the last boss for Orbalis, the last Mother.
Yeah,
that'll be very, very cool to get.
Correct.
We never got it.
We never got it. Really?
No, we only have 2 spiders on planes, and there were supposed to be 3 of them.
Fair enough. All right.
And raids. People have been talking about raids for a long time.
Yes, that will be the next thing. Right?
Steve came out and mentioned it a couple of times, maybe a couple of weeks ago, when he was doing one of his all very popular deployment streams.
Yeah.
Which are actually very popular. And
he
got like 40-50k people in those streams.
That is true. That is true in the deploy streams. Yeah, they're fun to watch. They're weird because there's like a sneak peek into what they're doing, and it's interesting.
More than that, it's very insightful. Like he speaks his mind very freely on those. Yeah, and it's very insightful for how he and the other main guys run the show. Correct. It's always very interesting. Those are the kind of things that I don't expect. Do you have anything in mind for yourself?
I now that you mentioned the raid part, I would like for them to do like a big relaunch of the raids, right? Because in this very massive, like we do like to do stuff with a lot of people, like that involves a lot of interaction with a lot of different players in the games in general. That's why the event with the 2 teams, one in orbit and the other on the ground, was so interesting, at least for me, and successful. Right?
Even though it was instant, just for like 4-man teams, it felt connected, and it felt that you were part of something bigger.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the interesting part. So with those tools that they have, and they've been experimenting, especially with the touches to the matchmaking and everything else, I expect a big return, like to some kind of Warframe-ish raid, because for Warframe, for me it makes sense when they retired the old raids, because they were very much classic raid formula in Warframe, and Warframe is not a normal game by any stretch of the imagination.
They were also retired. I remember they mentioned because of the technical challenges of keeping them
up to date and running and everything else. Yeah,
just the code was changed, and
it
was putting too much.
So I think is the big opportunity to have that, like, a lot of players content stuff in the game back when you have more than 3 Tennos.
I completely agree with that. But then, I mean, that's kind of a dream. I don't expect them to announce anything with raids.
Yeah.
Because they're having nothing about that in the surrounding.
Maybe they're keeping it secret on the download.
It will be super cool. Don't get me wrong. It will be very cool. It'll be very nice. But it's also a big endeavor for them.
No, absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure whenever they do it, they won't take it light.
Absolutely. But I would like for the Plains of the Beauty to have that feature be the thing.
It will be cool.
Because what else? What else can they do? They already did 3 open worlds. They already did big spaceships. Yeah. Something that no one expected. Yeah.
Faster than lighting Warframe.
Exactly. Where else do you go?
I know that's what's exciting about Tennocon.
Yeah.
that for the last couple of years they have been very surprising.
Yeah. So where else do you go? You did the big spaceship combat. Is working now smoothly with the recent updates from the Tempestari.
There is, to be fair, there's still a lot of integration work that needs to be made between core Warframe and Railjack. But
they're in the way.
Fans of
they're in the way. They've been doing.
We're big fans of the direction that they're taking.
Yeah. So where else do you go? You already have open worlds. You have states and stuff.
I don't know.
That's my question. You know what is the only thing that Warframe doesn't have at this point? Like the 2 things that it doesn't have from the big competitors, quote unquote, is like raids and roguelike activity.
Ooh, a roguelike would be interesting.
Yeah, that's the only 2 things that Warframe doesn't have. So that's what I'm saying. Like, or either they come with like a big overhaul of the raid stuff, or they go for a roguelike weird thing. I don't know, a roguelike Warframe-ish style of things. Which, okay, I will prefer, if I was like the head of the Warframe thing, I'll probably go for the re-raid relaunch, because big events and that sort of stuff are exciting for the entire community.
But a roguelike could be very, very interesting.
I have no idea how will that work in Warframe.
I have no idea how it would work, but picture this story-wise.
Yeah.
Like you go to fight, like you encounter a new boss, enemy, thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And you go and fight and you fail.
Yeah.
And now you get captured.
Yeah.
And now the roguelike is just escape.
Escape the capture zone. Interesting. Yeah.
So, like, you're this big corpus prison, for example.
Yes.
And each level you're gaining powers, or just you getting back your powers out of your miracle escape.
That could be interesting.
It could be framed in a cool manner.
Yeah.
And that's something that Warframe kind of lacks, is that not the story itself, but like you never lose in Warframe.
Yes. Like you have endurance stuff, but those are different things. Like there's a wall.
That's not what I mean. It's just that parts of the story is never presented as you're on the losing side of something.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, they still have to finish the New World narrative. They have still a bunch of things they have to finish, but those are the 2 elements that Warframe doesn't have.
We are just dreaming.
Yeah. So those are the. What else they can do? Like, I cannot imagine anything else. What else they can do? Like, beyond like doing raids or like big community events, raid-like, or doing a roguelike. What else can they do? Like what? The only thing that they have to do is like, oh yeah, we got to do like a global open world MMO-ish. That would be like the extreme of things that they have to do. Yeah. Or we're gonna do a gacha system of Warframe, but they already have like collections that makes no sense.
I don't know.
So those are the things. Anyway, so yeah, we're looking forward to this Tennocon to see what happens for Warframe next. All right. Sad news, all my kids of the internet. Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan has left Blizzard. Big Papa Jeff, as we call him in the Overwatch community, has sadly left us in the middle of Overwatch 2 development. And he was also one of the vice presidents of Blizzard. It's super sad to see him gone, especially in the middle of a development of the big sequel that he created.
I was gonna say, I'm not surprised of him leaving the company because he's been with Blizzard for like 20 years.
Yeah, correct.
I'm pretty sure any creative person after 20 years will think, yeah, now I want to go out and do my own thing. Like from a creative standpoint.
Yes.
After 20 years, that's not surprising at all to me.
Yes.
What is surprising and worrying?
Yes.
Is that it was in the middle of Overwatch 2 level.
Yes.
That's the part that was a sour note in that.
Yes.
In my opinion.
And his goodbye was super dry, no details, no hard feed, nothing. He was super corporate, like in both instances in the Twitter and the Reddit post. No details, nothing. They generally like when 2 weeks ago when what was the other dude? The other dude that left, which was one of the main technical advisors for World of Warcraft. He did a big post. He pushed pictures. He put his reasons, and it was a big thing.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember his.
Yeah, but when that dude is different from like that kind of guy to someone as visual and as important for the company as Kaplan.
Yeah.
It is just different how you treat those departures, like company-wide. One thing is losing like a head designer, and you say, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's
so
fine.
maybe he has
losing a household name.
Yeah, like we have, everybody's been, all the different news outlets and news sources have been speculated that spells trouble for Blizzard internally. We have seen more and more movements of Activision taking more direct control of Blizzard, moving their own studios with Vicarious Visions to directly put them on development of Blizzard accounts. We have seen like this month and last month big departures beyond the one that we were talking about. There was Oscar something, which was one of the more appreciated technical dudes from World of Warcraft, which moves to Dreamhaven, to Riot, sorry, and then the other one dude who moved to Dreamhaven. So it's kind of worrying for some franchises, especially for Overwatch 2.
I think that's the most worry one.
Yeah.
It seems to at least a stable team.
Yes.
For like given the fact that they're in the middle of development. Like we have heard movement of like the Diablo 4 team, but they haven't lost any big name.
No, they lost the dude who was the main developer. He was the main developer, but they moved Vicarious Vision into Diablo 4 main development.
After they did their main work with
Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Yeah.
Which is a purely owned Activision studio, to be exact. But they've been doing like great work, so nobody was like very worried about that, because as a studio they've been doing very good work. But
and also like given how long the Diablo 4 has been in development, it makes sense that this is around the time where they need to bring muscle.
Yes, correct.
Because they probably have all the design elements more or less
already
there.
More locked up. Now they're gonna into like full-on production.
Like they need full-on production. Assets, animations, code.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they bring a team like just and also like the guy who left the Diablo 4 team, it was way earlier in the development.
Yes, that is true. That is true. Way earlier.
And to be fair to Blizzard and to the Overwatch 2 team, we don't know really in which stage of development Overwatch
that is true.
2 is.
That is true. We don't know.
Because all we can gather is from the information. Basically, all we can say is based on the information in between BlizzCons.
Yes.
Is that it changed a lot.
Yes.
From BlizzCon 2 years ago to the last BlizzCon. It like the design seems to have changed in a very fundamental way.
If we, of course, it's there's a bunch of things in this story. One, of course, it's worrying that a big name is leaving the company in the middle of a development of their franchise that they created. That's the big worry of that. That's the big yikes. Because generally how they do it is like they wait till the product is out, so the fan base, nobody rings alerts. We have seen it with Anthem and BioWare, where like a bunch of high-profile developers came and went in that project, and that was a train wreck. We are not saying that the same is going to happen here, because Blizzard has a different kind of structure of work. But it's still worry. Maybe it was the time, because I got the feeling from what we have seen of Overwatch 2 that they were just finishing the design strokes, and they were going to move soon into production. So in my mind, as we discussed before, in my mind they have like Diablo 3, Diablo 4, and Overwatch 2, which are the big two franchises that they're developing right now, and they're gonna go like, all right, start big production in Diablo 4, and then when the Diablo 4 big production is kind of halfway through or almost finished, start big production of Overwatch 2, or some kind of like sense. So now they move Vicarious Vision into Diablo 4. That means that they're gonna go full production first on Diablo 4, that Overwatch 2, because we haven't seen any like job postings for Overwatch 2, or we haven't seen any movements in teams for it compared to Diablo 4 when we still.
But that's not surprising to me. Like I have always said that from all the things that we have seen, it has always seemed that Diablo 4 is further away in development than
first than Overwatch 2. So it is, technically speaking, it is the right time for him to go before big production starts.
It could also be that he just disagrees with the direction
that's the other thing, because it's widely known that Kaplan was a big fighter for the monetization that they were gonna put initially in Overwatch 2, that he was like very contrary with the loot box things and that sort of stuff.
I'm not even talking about monetization.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, monetization, whether all games have loot boxes nowadays. I kind of really don't care about that. No, but it could be more about like the core design of what the game is, because losing Kaplan is basically saying that's not the direction that the game is gonna go anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Like because you need your lead guy to steer the ship.
Correct.
Into a consistent direction. You don't want people pulling all over the place.
Yes.
That's what your big name is doing.
Yes, correct, yeah.
And changing the big head is maybe saying, or at least the message that he's sending.
Yeah.
For outside viewers is we're taking the ship in this direction, and we don't like the place where you're going, or we disagree in fundamental ways.
So yeah, it's sad, man.
But it's sad. It's very worrying. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they release Overwatch 2 and it's like the guy say, "Yeah, I'm gone." Fair, fine.
Yeah.
You after 20 years, you wanna make your own company and
do whatever you want, or whatever or join your other veterans in Dreamhaven or whatever. Yeah.
After 20 years in Blizzard and having a successful career that he has in the industry.
Yeah.
He can do no wrong. Like,
it's funny because Dreamhaven is looking more and more like a retirement plan after Blizzard working. Oh my god.
But yeah, in the middle of development, it's a worrying sign.
Yeah. So we will see. The rumors are that Activision is taking more and more control to Blizzard directly, involving their own studios, their own philosophies, and that sort of stuff. Maybe it's the correct way. Blizzard is a company that their core philosophy is not well adjusted for the point that they are as a big, and it's sad. But it's the reality that they're not well adjusted for the point of they are in the big AAA space. They are very much hard first kind of company, and times change.
And more than that, like if you really think how the direction like a lot of games have moved, like a lot of the Blizzard designs look archaic in comparison. And it's the truth of things.
Yeah. So
it may sound harsh, but
yep. So, but I was like talking about this. I did see a controversial take in one of Beluro's videos when he said that Blizzard as a company he hasn't have very good record with the franchise for the last like 5 years, except for Overwatch, for the original Overwatch. But it has failed, for example, in World of Warcraft in the past expansions. It did kind of fail in Diablo 3 because they didn't like met all the plans that they were having for it, and they had to do a big restructure of the game and that sort of stuff.
I mean, is that a fail? Like, I don't know. It depends how you measure success.
Yeah. So it's been
Overwatch a successful game. It had a very successful first year.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It just faded out.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Exactly.
Is that success? I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they fail with Diablo 3? Yeah, they have a very rocky first couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
But they found their footing, and it has a very stable, very dedicated community right now.
That is true. So
is that a failure?
Who knows? Yeah, who knows which?
I'm not saying who knows. I'm saying that they haven't had any success with their franchises. It's not harsh because they haven't had the ultra successes that they used to have in the past.
Yeah.
But that's also far from reality. It's like, did BFA fail or WoW? No, it was like they didn't lose players. Shadowlands was very successful in the launch, and in a game that's been running for 15 years, you cannot go up all the time. You're gonna have ups and downs.
That's true. But
success, failure, it's really hard to measure in this case.
Who knows? The reality is like everybody put as Activision as the big bad company that is taking over Blizzard, and I think it's far more complex than that. Like
it's all the time. It's way more complex than that.
Yeah. Of course, Activision are insanely greedy company, but they're here to make money, so we're not gonna take that against them.
Greedy.
Yeah.
But that's the point of having a company is to make money.
Yeah. But beyond that, like Activision outside of Blizzard, they have like good launches like Titanfall and the Tony Hawk remakes, and Diablo 2 Resurrect is fantastic, and it like the Modern Warfare are absolutely like fucking monetization monsters by their own right, but they're amazing games and they do well in launches and they have no problems.
Call of Duty has gone like they have dialed back the monetization, like the microtransaction stuff.
Yeah,
they have like from what it was 5 years ago. Yeah, it has dialed back quite a lot.
Yeah.
And they're still regarded as very good games. And
exactly.
They have a following, like a huge following community.
And I've never heard like, oh no, we have like launch problems with Call of Duty in servers.
They
and
do
that
have
stuff.
launch problems.
What?
They do have launch problems and all that stuff, but
they do. But we haven't heard like a big disaster or something like that. Like something's happened with other games. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Nothing crash and burn to it.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing worth shattering, but yeah.
I know it's. Also, I feel like some people forget that Activision Blizzard has existed for
many years, and it was safe from disappearing by their actual CEO.
Yeah. They merged at longest time ago.
Yeah. All right. And finally, before time runs out, Elder Scrolls Online loot box items will soon be earnable with in-game currency. Very big positive for ESO. You can now get this sweet microtransactions loot box by playing the game. So the options are steal or pickpocket items. That will give you. They're making an semi-premium currency. I think that's the definition, which is called. I read the name a second ago. I read it just a second ago. Endeavors. There you go. So they're gonna give. So the way it works in ESO is you have loot boxes that they give you and you buy them with money, and that's been like that forever. There's something that gives you 1 or 2 loot boxes with items and stuff and resources and that sort of stuff for events or for your for your monthly login, or if you buy something in the game and that sort of stuff. And that's been the way that ESO has been functioning for the longest time, and it's fine. The only thing that the loot boxes gives you like interesting, like faster way to get gear in or like resources and that sort of stuff. It's not like super revolutionary, the content on the loot boxes. It's just super convenient, right? But now to be more friendly, they're giving you endeavors which you can now use in everything that was previously silver or premium currency exclusive.
You're next?
Yeah, that means the loot boxes and all the other items like mounts and special skins, things for your housing, and so they just giving you like a in-game earnable currency that you can spend in the store that was previously just for premium currency. So fantastic, right?
That's very good news.
Yeah, so you can get it from a steal or pickpocket, completing quests, defeat enemies with class or weapon abilities, sell items to vendors, so like an extra, craft different types of items, defeat different types of monsters, and harvest resource nodes. So it's going to be like a small side kind of for playing the game.
The real question is how grind intensive is
no idea. We won't, as usually these things are, we won't know till it's up.
We won't know, but that's... like on paper, it sounds good.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things that only find out when you know the numbers. Because if it's going to take you
forever,
months, to grind for one loot box, then
well,
kind of funny.
I see it. I think it's kind of fine once because it has a lot of different sources, which is like just by playing the game you will passively get the endeavors. And second, well, there wasn't no option before, and the game was fine.
Sure. Like this is better than nothing, but nothing is a very low bar.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it will be fine. We don't know till it's out to see like how bad it is the actual grinding for buying the stuff. But having the option to buy the stuff that was probably premium currency only for years is good in my book, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad per se.
Yeah.
I'm saying it could be just meaningless.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know because
it's good. I overall is good. How good? No idea.
I mean, but if it's really grinded to a point that it makes no sense to worry about
then it will make no difference. It will make no difference because the game has been fine.
Yeah, but if it makes no difference, then it's not really good for anyone. It's just a PR stunt.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. My God.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not condemning them for doing it. Yeah. All I'm saying is that how I would measure, I don't know if the success, but like the intention of it is on how hard the grind.
Yes.
If it is completely unrealistic, then whatever. And it doesn't change anything effectively, then
whatever. Yeah, I agree.
if it is something that can be done. Like if the line is drawn, for example, like a completely dedicated player would benefit from it.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sounds
good.
Fine.
Yeah. All right, my friend. And with that last thing, That's it.
That's all for this week's news with the Sweaty and the Farmer.
Indeed.
My name is Lucho, and you can find me on Twitter at LuchoPolanco.
And I am the London Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter at the London Gamer, and on Twitch on twitch.tv/LondonGamerTV, where I stream. Follow me on your social media to know where I'm going live. Thanks for coming to the Sweaty the Farmer and the news. I love you all. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.